Welcome to part 3 of Deadly Premonition part. This time the part where something maybe happens? I don't know. We're currently investigating the so-called morgue of the Deep South. Back to the game. Wow. Alright. Good news with costumes. Fine, I'll check out this cardboard.
Boxes that got left behind. I can't tell what's inside. What do you think, Zach? I'm gonna go with okra. Yeah, okra.
Good guess.
I'm sure it must be okra. That's a staple of the South.
That's a good choice.
Forgotten boxes.
That's a shrimp.
Looks like shelled headless shrimp. When were these boxes brought here? And when will they be taken away? Zach, can you feel it? The perpetual, unstoppable flow of time.
Like supernatural cop is what this person feels like.
Boxes of the past or presence of the future? Either way, this is a curious time capsule.
Good pellet.
These pallets are a mess. Looks like this area isn't used often. Still, the idea to store a body here. It's a novel, sophisticated idea, unlike anything I'd ever come up with. Zach, can you see that? Look closely. That's right. There are 4 imprints in the frost on the top of this.
Oh, someone touched the light.
It's hard to believe, but I think these are fingerprints.
Whoever this was huge.
Yes, Zach, that would lead one to believe that the body napper is a giant who's over 10 feet tall.
I was done looking at the icicle. Well, $55 ain't bad.
Seems like our flying serpent isn't here. Is this everything, Melvin? There aren't any other rooms in this warehouse? No special rooms?
Well, there is the luxury foods warehouse.
Luxury foods? Why didn't you say so earlier?
Just thought you wanted to see where the body... I just thought you were only interested in warehouse number 2. Besides, it's underground, so it's even colder than this. You sure you really want to go down there? You could darn well freeze to death. All life will come to an end in the icebound zone.
Alright, that sounds like a Sonic level. Let's go.
You feel me?
Yeah, I feel you. Let's go. This sounds like a nice, awesome Sonic level. Let's go.
Let's head there at once. I'm sure that must be where we're meant to go.
But what about searching for Lisa's body?
All we need to do is find a 10-foot tall man with monstrous strength. That giant knows where she is.
10 foot tall?
But finding the flying serpent is more important right now.
Jeez. York, you make no goddamn sense.
Now please, guide me to the luxury foods warehouse at once. These luxury foods are most likely being used in local Cajun cuisine. I'm so excited to see what we'll find. Aren't you, Zach?
York, you make no goddamn sense. Flying serpent must be looking at luxury foods. Rest of it. Cool. Going that way. So, run, dash, 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 dash. Holy bunny, no.
That elevator needs a key, Mr. York.
Do you have one?
Actually, no. I didn't think you'd ever want to go down there, so I didn't bother to go and get one.
Well then, would you go and get one now?
Yeah. COG, I know. I'll tell it to him straight. Thing is, Mr. York, you know the Clarksons? The folks who own this place? Well, they don't too much like the police. And they sure as hell don't like them when they're my color.
Ooh, I hate that. I hate that for you already, sir. I am so sorry.
It was, real hard for me to get permission to open up this place for you to search through. So they ain't gonna be too happy if I go back to them now, asking for another key.
What should we do then?
Let's just find a worker here who can lower the elevator for us instead.
That's a brilliant idea.
All they need to do is take a break from their work for a couple minutes.
And what am I supposed to do? Just stand here and pretend like nothing's happening?
Yeah, you FBI folks are good at that, right? That's always what I see you doing on TV.
Special Agent Man. Alright, so which one of you workers want to take a break? Actually, hold on, let me actually check the journal. We're actually just waiting for them to take a break. Oh, okay, we are actually, this is acquire the key. Okay. Oh, okay, so concentration plus 1 or whatever. This should tell me. There's so many goodies over there. I want over there. Let me over here. Let me in. Let me in. So many important goodies. Racist people. That's annoying. And really just dumb all the way around. I already hate the family that runs this town.
Zach, I think we can move this. Better check back here as well, just to be on the safe side.
Oh. Aha! Puzzles! Expect. Can't move that one yet. Move from this side. Ah! Okay. Full on puzzles. A legit box puzzle situation going on. Sweet. Just looking around for shinies. Lovely. Yeah. I can actually make something when I get out of here. I don't know what yet, but I'll be able to make something maybe. I'll probably need cloth. Honestly, I think regardless of anything, I'm going to need cloth from somewhere. I'm probably got nothing wrong with this game so far. I'm having fun with it. Okay. Good news is we found the crouch spot. We covered the crouching spot. Well, let's go ahead and take the crouching spot just in case. Almost ran out of stamina. Oh wait, this is not the crouching spot? Not the crouch. Oh, mistaken. I'm highly mistaken. Okay. I don't know what. Oh. This is the crouch spot. Okay, this is the crouch spot that leads back to the start. Okay. No. Back. That's what we're supposed to do. Oh, there's a tail there, so I don't want to get that too. Very important to my investigation. Peek into this room.
Zach, the human ability to adapt is a frightening thing. Some humans have the power to sleep anywhere as long as they set their minds to it.
Oh, I fell asleep. And dropped the key.
Now we should be able to operate the elevator. No need to worry. This facility no longer has a body to steal. What else do they have to lose? A few cans of crawfish? I feel bad for him, but it's for the sake of the investigation. I'll write him a letter of apology later.
True. Alright, dear person. Sorry I stole your shit. Sincerely, Francis York Morgan. Peach. Did it! Now I can go to the zone.
Mr. York, did you find a key? Ha! Now that's my special agent. There ain't no stopping you. Want to head straight down?
You bet. Let's sally forth, Melvin. Zach, look at that thermometer. 0 degrees Fahrenheit, or minus 17.7 degrees Celsius.
I think I've been in 0 degree Fahrenheit weather. That's pretty damn cold. I lived in Michigan for like a hot minute, so yeah.
This is the ambiguous 0.
Oh, 0 either way.
Hey, Avery! Open the damn door, Avery! It ain't no use, Mr. York. Once Avery starts working on something, that's all he sees. He just tunes out everything else. We'll have to wait until he finishes and comes out to us, I reckon. Or we could come back tomorrow.
I disagree, Melvin. Time may be on our side, but that doesn't mean we should waste it. You gave me Mr. Alligator precisely for moments like these, didn't you?
Wait, Mr. York! Those tranquilizers may be non-lethal, but it's still dangerous to use them on humans.
Of course, Melvin. I never said I was going to shoot him.
You're gonna shoot some meat to get his attention. I'm right, ain't I?
Well, that makes sense. Seriously, this doesn't seem like a bad way of doing, like... What the heck is this alligator on the floor? Somebody used Mr. Alligator to shoot an alligator, who also has an alligator with a pip hat? Sign me up.
This is Mr. York, an agent from the FBI.
You are a giant, sir.
Hi, Avery. I'm Special Agent Francis York.
You're a
Morgan.
prime suspect.
Please, call me York.
York, you a smarty pants, hmm?
Avery Smith. 10-foot tall monster.
He's shyer than he looks. Come on, just settle down, Avery. Tell him what this here place is for.
Lots of expensive food here. Yup.
We also store drugs in the back.
Mighty precious to the Clarksons, so I gotta guard it.
I see. So you're this area's keeper.
Oh, I help with the research too. I do like research.
Research?
Type of research.
What are you talking about, Avery? This doesn't look like a lab to me.
Oh, ain't no lab. It's a warehouse. Ain't no lab. Smarty pants scientist does the research. I ain't no smarty pants, no.
He's a bit slow in the mind, but he ain't a bad guy.
That's the part where he's the 10-foot monster that totally,
Your story about the giant who carried Lisa out. Don't tell me you think it's him. I mean, it's true that he's free to come and go as he pleases in this warehouse, but...
No, as far as I can tell, he's just a bit over 6'5". The one who moved Lisa's body must be at least 10 feet tall. He's clearly too short.
Too short, huh? Well, if you ever happen to find a man who makes him look small, I'd sure like to meet him.
Lise.
Hey, cut it out!
Lise? Why?
Avery, that's not Lise.
Not Lise?
This is Melvin's daughter, and my precious assistant. Unfortunately, Elise is no longer with us.
Lise. Lise.
Please.
My fault. My fault.
I guess he's sort of like Lise, you know? See, the poor fella's got himself a childlike mind. You know how normal kids tease other kids in order to get attention? Well, with this big lug, sometimes folks who don't know him too well see something and end up calling the police. But I know that deep down, he's got a good heart. Hey, Mr. York, I'll keep him busy, but I'd appreciate it if you'd hurry this particular inspection along. Just holler at me if you find anything. I reckon that'll make it easier for you to go do your thing, yeah?
Melvin, I think you're finally starting to catch on.
Alright, yeah, let's go investigate Solo. Now I gotta find the flying serpent.
Hung alligators. I suppose in a way they sort of look like flying serpents. But that's pushing it. Remember, we're in a dark basement here. They'll never reach the sky. Frozen oysters. Personally, I'd rather have a cocktail filled with fresh ones. We hunt for more materials than we can eat, and freeze them over long periods of time. The human race gives terror a whole new meaning.
True. Yeah, claw.
Cans of Holy Trinity paste. Onions, bell peppers, and celery. The absolute basics for any Cajun dish.
Oh, yummy.
This product combines them all into some sort of paste. Oof, people actually buy this garbage? Even the name sounds idiotic. Zach, I just made an eternal promise with myself. If I ever happen to come across any food prepared with this paste, I vow to never call it Cajun food.
Wow. Harsh.
There are torn off claws and legs scattered all over the ground. I doubt they'll fly anytime soon. I can't tell which ones are from crawfish and which parts are from shrimp. How about you, Zach? And Dewey. Now here's some real Cajun cuisine. The way these sausages are linked up, they almost look like a serpent. But it's hard to imagine them flying. Let's move on, Zach.
Here's something too.
Avery, this box looks special.
Clarkson food. For their home.
Melvin, is this the Clarksons' family crest?
Oh, the dragonfly? Yeah, that's the Clarksons' mark. All right.
Interesting.
Ain't no big deal, though. You can find those all over town.
Is that so?
Well, yeah. They pretty much run all of this town's major industries. Yeah, I do believe they own just about everything there is to own. So their word is law. They got the whole darn town tattooed with their dragonflies. Can't even walk a few steps without seeing one.
Zach, this dragonfly is our flying serpent. The flying serpent owns this town.
Oh, that makes sense, I guess. So, a fly being a serpent? I don't know.
They're related to Lise Clarkson, our victim, and Hungan's oracle pointed us toward their family crest. The Clarksons must be deeply intertwined with this case.
It is their daughter. So, yeah.
Melvin, Patricia, I think I've had enough of this frozen world. Let's head back out to that merciless sun. Well, what are you waiting for? I can't bear to spend another second down.
Literally the marks all over town. We're gonna go to the cold storage to find it. Alright, well, so far the only thing I can say is I'm kind of weirded out the fact that we've yet to have, like, say, a dungeon type situation going on here. Yeah, that was kind of a nice little dungeon area, but it wasn't a dungeon. Like in the first game where you had to build the...
So, what do we do now, Mr. York?
Zach and I will take things from here.
Then what should I do?
Tend to your sick wife? I don't know. You're free to do as you please. I'll stop by the sheriff's office when I need your help again.
I suppose that's what I'll do then. It'll sure make Candy happy. But I am the sheriff of this town, so I do intend to get some work done. I know. How about I search for Lisa's body while you're busy?
Not a bad idea.
That's a good idea.
Just be careful that you don't get attacked by a barefooted giant.
Hey, don't scare me like that. Why do you keep talking about that giant anyway? You really think some giant was responsible for all this?
Melvin, don't be silly. Of course I do. Just when I thought you were starting to catch on. Disappointing, to say the least.
You're the weirdest. Actually, that can't be the thing. That's the thing. It's literally all over town.
But how can you be so sure? I want to see some proof.
Proof number one. The footprints that led up to where Lisa's body originally was were made with bare feet.
True.
None of the prints looked similar to those of common insulated boots, and the arches of the feet were visible. The person who carried out Lisa's body must have had very large feet. I'd say they were at least 16 inches. Proof number two. I found fingerprints on the cord of one of the hanging lights in the warehouse. The fingerprints weren't aimed up from below. They were coming directly from the side. Clearly, the giant moved the light because it was in his way. He pinched the cord with his fingers. Proof number 3. There was nothing else found in the vicinity where Lisa's body was stored. This means the giant carried her out without dragging her across the floor. But there's only one set of footprints. The only conclusion I can draw from this evidence is that a barefooted giant, standing over 10 feet tall, carried Lisa's body out. That concludes the entirety of my proof. Any objections, Melvin?
But there ain't no way a human could ever be that tall.
Have you seen every human alive with your own eyes? Well then, you need to forget all your preconceived notions when embarking on an investigation. Whether you come face to face with a 10-foot giant or a skeletal gentleman, you always need to accept everything that comes to you with a clear mind. Do that, and eventually the truth will reveal itself to you. You're a smart kid, I'm sure you understand.
Well, I'll be damned. I'm sorry I ever doubted you, Mr. FBI Special Agent, sir.
I do like the character. He's got a different character. He's got this preconceived notion of, look, I'm just going to put in every possibility. That way, when I start removing other possibilities, it becomes more clear. Like, damn.
A sharp eye and flawless observational skills. Uncovering the truth with a heady intuition. I won't ever question you again. Heck, I'll do whatever you say.
Got a lot more friendly than the guy from Greenville.
That's it, Melvin. I'm glad you finally caught on. Okay, time to go, Patty. You know this town well, so I'd like you to accompany me from now on.
I have to have a sidekick for some reason.
Patty?
Get it.
Zach, we found the flying serpent. Now we simply need to locate the 10 maidens. It's time to head on to Alexis's Diner and Lane.
Really, Actually, not sure when you do. Oh, Monday.
By the way, Patty, what do you usually do when you're at home?
Is this an interrogation?
Oh no, I just figured that since we're working together now, it'd be a good idea to learn a little more about you.
Should an adult male like you really be asking a little girl this kind of question? I feel like I heard a story about this sort of thing on the news once.
There's a time and a place for everything. You know exactly who I am, and I've also introduced myself to your father. Besides, you're the one who said you wanted to come with me.
I was just kidding, jeez. You're an FBI special agent. Why would I ever need to worry?
You shouldn't automatically trust someone just because they're an FBI special agent. One's profession and one's personality are completely separate things. For example, one special agent may fall spiritually in love with a genius criminal who enjoys the taste of human flesh.
That's Hannibal. You pulled that straight out of the movie.
Just because it's a film doesn't mean it isn't deeply rooted in reality. You can't judge people solely based on where they work or how they look. You need to think hard and decide things for yourself.
Fine.
So allow me to ask you this. How do you feel about me?
I don't know. I only just met you.
Exactly. Now it sounds like you're thinking. You should never feel the need to force an answer out or pretend like you know something you don't. Zach, she's a good kid, isn't she? Honest and straightforward.
Oh, wait, there's one thing I can say.
Oh. What?
When you talk to yourself like that, it really creeps me out. Did you start doing that after you became an adult? Or have you just always done it? Either way, you should stop doing it. It's really weird and, like, makes me wince whenever I hear it.
Ooh. Zach, did you hear that? No need to worry. Neither of us are weird, I can assure you of that. She's probably just having trouble finding the right word to describe us. No, I think I'll stop there. Wouldn't want her to think we're getting desperate.
Like I said, it's really creeping me out.
Yeah, it's not gonna stop, girl. That's just rude. Be the equivalent of actually like telling somebody to stop doing what you're doing just because it discomforts you. It's like,
1 lollipop, 2 lollipops, 3
eh,
lollipops. Don't mind me, Zach. This is how I wake myself up.
don't good on all that. I don't know what to do.
Zach, you're a coffee person, right? No sugar, only milk. Yes, I'm completely with you on that one.
Wait, I should drink coffee, milk, and like the
This is the deep south. I feel
You
it every time that molten hot sun.
only way I would drink coffee.
Don't you, Zach?
Actually, not bad. Now I should start doing
This
alcohol,
is the deep south. Every time that molten hot
coffee,
sun
or I just
pours
take
down.
milk.
Don't you, Zach?
That actually,
Hey, Zach. No, nothing. Just felt like saying that.
I just find myself at the voodoo shop again with it. I did. I found myself at the voodoo shop without even trying. It's weird how this town is like super concise compared to Greenvale, which means that exploring it and trying to 100% things might be a little bit easier. But it is still kind of a weird thing.
Me alone. Verily.
Black base. Indeed. Wow. Oh, you just got a gun. Okay. Some local holy beads and for this other thing. Holy clock and everything there.
I can see it. Thou hast
All coming here. Eventually. Eventually, I say. Eventually. I'll come in here and make something. I don't mind if you do this more than just today. I mean, honestly, it's actually kind of fun to actually sit down and play a game. I probably won't do this tomorrow because we'll probably clean the house and do D&D, but actually having a chance to actually play a game It's actually kind of nice. And actually just having the audience, I mean, it's fine. I just have these long recording sessions like this, and I just upload them as is. It's like, again, here's the thing. Even if I sometimes ain't as entertaining as I'd like to be, one, I know there's going to be several points in time where I actually am entertaining. And if anybody ever wanted to, like, edit for me or whatever, that would be a completely different aspect. If people wanted to actually so-called stream my video down to, like, me playing for hours and someone streaming it down to, like, 30 minutes. That'd be something. Yeah. Okay, one moment. I'm gonna actually keep it running because we have the timer, so. Have the ability to make some fun. Mm-hmm. Oh, 5 minutes it looks like. Time, I think. Anyway, so basically, I think we're like weird impasse unless I can find some beads. Main quest, this path is complete. The long path. This path needs me to place that between the hours of almost midnight to then, and then wait till daytime to use the building itself. That's an owl's nest. Let's go to the owl's nest. I guess. That seems like a good idea. Also a church. Thing there. Food. Shopping. Bed. Something. That's food. Miss Carpenter's house. Oh. Monday through Saturday, Sunday closed. Oh, okay. Neat. There's like little marks on this. Like I'm drawing on the map. Or like writing on the map. 24 hours. What about new places? Marking them on the map. For me. Well, we learned about the owl's nest. Why don't we go there? That seems like a respectful decision. situation. You know, humming a song
So,
could get
you
you in
think of it?
copyright trouble.
Yes, I'm talking about him. Boondock. Is the skeletal gentleman friend or foe? Or does he merely exist outside the realms of ether? Still too early to tell. But it's clear that he'll be the key to uncovering this case's mysteries. That's what my soul tells me.
I already said that, but interesting that we said it.
By the way, Zach, Moongon feels very familiar to me. You might even say he reminds me of someone. Yes, I think I see the connection now. A cheerful, wise, yet also mysterious African American who appeared in a variety of different films. My mind must be overlapping him with the skeletal gentleman.
Alright, and that's just the reason it's bringing that one back up is because I stopped it in the middle of a conversation last time. I was not this close. Okay, do I have the hours replaced? Huh, because I've been there, now the hours actually do pop up. 5 p.m. to 6 a.m. Oh. Oh, this is a place to come into after dark. Okay, it's a bar. Hmm. Hmm. What to do? This place is closed. Can't bowl because the lady won't let me. Other places are probably locked until we make progress in the game. I guess we can rest. But it seems like a kind of boring option. Just kind of rest and wait.
This town sure is peaceful.
Oops. I mean to cut that off. Alright, I mean to cut you off, York. I was trying to see if I could do tricks. Do some tricks. Sweet tricks. Ollie. This is so silly. This is extremely silly game because we're skateboarding down the street. We have our own car.
Hey, Zach. No, nothing. Just felt like some.
It's that running person from the other game I was playing today, the Professor Layton game. So that's what that looks like. Except I know that I think the running person may have been a dude. I guess this prevents us from having to need things like flares too.
So, you think of it? Yes, I'm talking about him. Boondock. Is the skeletal gentleman friend or foe? Or
He
does he merely
stands.
exist outside the realms of
He's
ether?
gonna have a
Still
he's
too
gonna have
early
us
to tell.
question
But it's
our
clear that he'll be the key to uncovering this case's mysteries. That's what my soul tells me.
gonna have us judged for our sins. Have
By
them
the way,
crawled on our
Zach,
backs.
Moongon feels very familiar to me. You might even say he reminds me of someone. Yes, I think I see the connection now. A cheerful, wise, yet also mysterious African American who appeared in a variety of different films. My mind must be overlapping
Okay.
him with the skeletal gentleman. Do you remember his name?
Nice.
Ah, yes, that's it. Scatman Crothers.
Yeah,
In
man.
1980, he played Dick Halloran in The Shining, and in 1983, he was in The Twilight Zone. He strange
Oosh.
new world.
It's
On the
side scroller
outside,
now.
there's definitely a connection here, but he's a bit too old. Scatman's more of a sage character. Our skeletal gentleman is a little younger, isn't he? Yes. They have different body types, but what about Forrest Whitaker? He made his debut in 1982 in Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Then he was in Platoon and The Color of Money, both released in 1986. Followed by Good Morning Vietnam in 1987. Oh, but he was in Bird in 1988. What an impressive filmography. Across the 80s, he transformed his rough, young image into a more cheerful, wiser one. That's why the 80s can also be described as the decade that built up Forrest Whitaker's career. I firmly believe that he'll win an Academy Award for Best Actor someday. Yes, I'm sure it's right around the corner.
Whee.
Most likely wait until the time is right. Maybe around next year, then he'll unleash his best performance yet. I could go on about famous actors forever, but we have a case to solve here. Let's table this discussion for now.
Brings up again without anything else. Alright, so that was the end of that conversation. If he brings it up again, he just recycles conversations instead of stopping them. Riding around my skateboard. Carried to somewhere I remember.
This is the deep south. I feel it every time that molten hot sun pours down on me. Don't you, Zach?
True.
So, what do you think of him? Yes, I'm talking about him. Uno. Is the skeletal gentleman friend or foe?
Well, he does this
He
recycled
merely
good
exists
dialogue.
outside
Okay.
the realms of evil. Still
The other
too
game
old.
just stopped
But it's
after a while
clear that
because
the
they had
key
like
to
a bunch
uncovering
of
this
ones
case is
they
his
said.
case. That's what my soul tells me.
Where am I? Where am I? Oh, at the park. Or at the church. Okay. This is the church. Why not? It's my car from the first game. Let me use it. Let me drive. I feel they made the town smaller and gave you a skateboard. So that way you wouldn't have to worry about flares or unlocking cars. I feel like that was the reasoning behind that. Well, also, that kind of means like two other things about that, though. Guessing. Me inside. Either we can't go in yet until we find a reason to go in, or something. Okay. Can't get off the thing here, but yeah. I'm guessing they did that. It's kind of weird because, like, okay, I don't know which is technically more powerful, like the Switch or like say the 360. I mean, they're both HD compatible, or HD compatible. They're both HD consoles. I don't know what I'm saying sometimes, but also I know that the Wii had like a couple big open world games too. Thinking in the sense of like No More Heroes, which is also on that list. Ain't No More Heroes game. That is the same place I've been to twice. I'm trying to find maybe the hotel. That's basically probably what I'm looking for. Maybe the hotel. Worst case scenario.
Did you notice it yet? The streets in New Orleans were a mess. All busted up and undergoing maintenance. The city was built on a swamp, so the ground is soft. All it takes is some heavy rain to cave it all in. There were also a lot of places where large tree roots were pushing up parts of the asphalt and the sidewalk. Those bumps were dangerous even when we still had our car, remember? But this town is different. The streets are all paved so cleanly that we can skate along them without a care in the world.
We've had that conversation before. I want to make sure. The hotel? Alright, we've found the has-been hotel. Let's go. Made it to the has-been hotel. Congratulations to everyone. Also, another reason I don't want to do heavy editing right now is because my editing software sucks. All I have is the default one, and I ain't got no money for a fancy one, so yeah, that ain't happening anytime soon. So the less I have to edit, the better, to say the least. So that's kind of why it's like, we'll just do these long plays where I kind of talk over them and do research on these games. Whether the research is relevant right now or more relevant later, who's gonna say?
King size, made in France. It looks soft enough to alleviate all our exhaustion. Zach, even though the Bureau is paying for this, it's still tiring to have to live out of hotel rooms day after day. Nothing beats getting a good night's sleep in your own room.
True. Get 6 hours of sleep. By that point, we should definitely be hungry and thirsty. I'm not really thirsty, but definitely hungry. Hotel fee? What? I thought that. The Bureau is paying for that. I mean, I guess it's the Bureau's money, but. What? That's like my personal spending money. Come on. Oh, screw that method of time killing then.
My restaurant serves only the highest quality Creole cuisine. The real deal, which ain't too easy to find in a backwoods town like this.
Did I hear wrong then? Set me straight, would you, Chef? I thought that Cajun food was the norm in Acadiana. Why would you go out of your way to serve Creole food here?
When I was a youngin', I trained myself at a famous restaurant in New Orleans.
A famous restaurant? That's incredible. Was it Arnaud's? Antoine's? No, don't tell me, I got it. Brennan's, right?
None of those, actually. But that place taught me how to really cook. Go on and try something, you'll see.
Very intriguing.
Fresh barbecue. Precious fists. It'll stuff you. Go eat the brim. Y'all saying, I want some barbecue shrimp. That sounds real good. Yeah.
That food was unbelievable. I see you weren't lying about undergoing training at that famous restaurant.
Now you just trying to embarrass me, mister. I still appreciate it, though.
And you must have undergone some rigorous training in order to gain such refined technique. You put so much care into preparing everything just right. And your manipulation of that low-temp flame in order to bring out such a pleasant fragrance, simply perfect. This is true Creole food. You have to tell me now. Which famous restaurant did you train yourself at? come on, Chef. We need to know. Zach and I are begging you.
You drive a hard bargain, mister. All right, I reckon I can give you a hint.
Really?
Oh, just a hint now.
Fine, we'll take it. Just say it.
It's the restaurant that serves the most famous fried chicken in all of Louisiana. Crispy, crunchy. You know what I'm talking about? Bonafide fried chicken.
No, you can't mean...
Oh, yeah.
I'll bet they worked you pretty hard.
Mm-hmm, you betcha.
So that's how you acquire the mental fortitude necessary to cook such amazing
Which restaurant
food.
was it?
Oh, my time there taught me just how tough city life really is.
Amazing. Zach, did you hear all that? That's an incredible story, David. You really are a true chef. Both Zach and I have given you our official approval.
Yay. Official approval given. Alright. And key factor here. Choose the... 2300. Oh, I need to wait. Dang it. Basically 10:30 is when I need to be there. Dang it. I am now full, right? Yeah. Well, I guess I'll just smoke a pack. No other method I could think of to basically kind of deal with this. Where's our partner at? Did I lose her when I skateboarded down the entirety of the city? She's a little skateboard be following me too. It's a weird game. Saying that out front. Weird game. It's my tummy. You know what though? Why should I figure out this waiting thing? Yeah. Might figure out this waiting thing real fast. Then we'll probably end up calling an episode here in a minute. There's the parking lot. We'll actually be respectful and go back to the parking lot. Do this. I'll wait, but next time we'll do the rest of this plot line. Probably cost me 2 packs of smokes though. I have one on me right now. I have another one in my bag. If you want to use this, yeah. Oh yeah. What? That's it. Well, I passed by an hour. Well, that sucks. Well, you know what? We'll figure out this time passage thing next time. Because this has been 3 recording sessions, and yeah, I'm kind of done for the night as far as this stuff goes. So I'll see y'all next time. Let me just go save first so I can actually put a stop to this recording session. Just get a hard save going. And then I'll stop this and we'll continue it next time. Oh, no. was one in the room. Turret to the room. I actually want to get to something interesting, but that might take a while. I might continue this again though another day. I'm kind of having fun with this in a silly way. Alright, okay, I see what that is. Okay. Playtime 5 hours. Yeah, that makes sense. Those are my only 2 missions I have right now, is those 2. Do you like that? Do you like how it keeps track of everything for you real nice and neat? And there are some quality of life improvements, but there's literally, like, the time going so slow is a little bit annoying. Oh. It's updated. Oh, David, okay. Mirror. Oh. Smith. You know what? There's an updated link board. Go ahead and add that to a, we'll do that. Anyway, we'll see you guys next time. That's basically this recording session. I didn't get to the rest of the games on one. This ends day 1, but I was supposed to get to these games as well on this equation, but yeah, I don't even know if you could have even. Yeah, I should have done this and had my eyes closed. These are the other games I was supposed to play today, so apparently now looking at my webcam, I could have read that. Well, this one's already played. That one. This one. Already played. These are the other 2 I had in mind today. No More Heroes 3, more or less. Puyo Puyo Tetris and Trials of Mana. I guess those will be next time. And if I don't want to continue playing this one. It's actually kind of interesting. I actually want to see what it does. Interested. I'm also interested in this one too. It might be very useful in like chapter 2, chapter 3 type territory. So who knows? Might just shuffle them again and see what happens. Anyway, nice hanging out with y'all. See you guys next time.